Hello everybody and welcome back to Stormworks. Today we're continuing on with our patrol boat. Now I did realize that I did do the front a little bit wrong, but it's too late to refix that, so I'm going to leave it as it is, and then on the next build we are going to fix all of that. So first off, what we need to do is build a superstructure. That is the main thing we're doing today, is building the superstructure. And once we build the superstructure, then we can go on to some of the cabin parts. But I think the superstructure is basically just going to be a very simple design. I think this is going to be more of like a guard patrol ship where it's not sealed off, so if it flips, you can escape pretty fast, and if it sinks, it's an open area, so you can quickly escape. And it's also going to be a speed boat, which means I probably might have to make it a little bit smaller. I don't know, it depends. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to simply just add a wedge block right at the start here. So that way we have a little bit of a leading up to where we're going to have all of our stuff. And then we're just going to have blocks coming from here all the way back. And it's going to be like that, but it's just going to be a little bit taller. And we're going to skip some on the next one. It's basically just going to be like a wall here. So we got to skip every two like this. Alright, so I've gotten some of the railing done. I'm going to get rid of these two down here to kind of open up the railing just a bit more. That way, it gives it more of an open feel. We're almost done, and there we go. So now we've got a lot more of an opening, and it kind of closes off back here. Perfect. Alright, so that looks a bit better. But now that we're done with that back, let's go ahead and move to the front here. Because this is going to be where the actual cabin is. So we're going to wall it off up here. It's going to be a pretty large bay here. So it's going to start from back here. And it's going to come up around this high. Around the same height of a player. Just a bit higher. Alright, so what I've done here is I've gotten us a little bit of a visor, so that way we have a very large field of view. Now that this is basically done, I think that's all we're gonna have, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a section in here for a cabin and beds and the such. So I think that'll be in the next episode, but for this episode we just focused on building the cabin and seeing how that affects the weight, and then placing engines to counterbalance it. So let's go ahead and spawn it in and let's see what it does. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty front heavy. It is indeed very front heavy, so that could be pretty good for high-speed chases whenever I've got a very powerful motor back here. I believe I'm going to be putting large engines in here. I don't think we're going to have a hybrid, but we're going to have a total of, let's see, we're going to put as many engines in here as possible, and we even have enough room up above to place triple engines if I wanted to. So it looks like 5 engines in here. Alright, it's not as top heavy. We fixed some of the issues. There we go. It is much heavier back in the very back now. Now, I don't know if I want quad rotor or what, but I think this view is actually pretty good. I might actually put some windows up here in the top so you can see over a bit more, but let's go ahead and test this thing in some waves here. Alright, let's see how she holds. Now we are in the dock, so we'll have a little bit of support here, and we're not far out, so the waves here are going to be a lot calmer than they would be out there in the ocean. She's rocking a little bit, but not bad for what it is. Now I'm guessing we're going to have quite a few propellers in the very back, so I'm going to go ahead and return to workbench. Now, let's see. So, I don't know if that'll work very well. If you guys can tell me if a fluid jet is better than a propeller, I'd like to know that for this size of a ship. But at this point, I really don't know. So, let's go ahead and get a tire, smaller tire. Let's just kind of add some decoration here. Alright, it is a bit long and a little bit weird, but this is as I said, this is just the first generation. So this could all just change on the second series. Now, I think it's looking pretty good, and let's go ahead and spawn it. See how it is. All right. There we go. All right. If I could, I'd probably wire up just a little mini, a large engine, just to see how powerful, how this thing soars across the waves. So I'm gonna wire that up really quick. Alright, I went ahead and added in an electrical system just so we can test out our design here a little bit. Alright, so let's get us up going a decent speed. Alright, let's test our turning. We are quite a long boat, so it doesn't want to turn as much. I might have to make more control surfaces. Alright, we're not bad. It goes pretty well over these waves, I have to say, so I think that's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and make it daytime right now. Alright, let's calm down the wind, and let's just try going forward. Glides along pretty well, although should I use jet propulsion? That is the big question here. Should I use jet propulsion? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.